Imagine looking up at the night sky and seeing the moon frozen in place, no gentle movement across the stars, no familiar phases changing night after night. Welcome to a mind-bending journey into a world where the moon suddenly stops orbiting Earth. At first, it might seem like nothing more than a strange celestial pause, but in reality, this single event would unleash a chain reaction of powerful and dramatic consequences for our planet, our oceans, our climate, and even life itself. The moon's motion around Earth is not just a beautiful cosmic dance, it is the result of a delicate balance between gravity and momentum. If the moon suddenly stopped orbiting, gravity would immediately take control. Instead of staying in its stable path, the moon would begin falling straight toward Earth, pulled by our planet's immense gravitational force. What appears calm in the sky would actually be the beginning of a slow but unstoppable cosmic collision. As the moon began its inward journey, the first major changes would be seen in Earth's tides. The moon is the primary driver of ocean tides, pulling massive amounts of water toward it. Without its orbit, tidal patterns would become chaotic and extreme. Coastal regions could experience massive flooding, while other areas might see unusually low tides. Entire ecosystems that depend on regular tidal rhythms, such as coral reefs, mangroves, and coastal wildlife, would be thrown into crisis. But the moon's influence goes far beyond the oceans. It acts as a stabilizer for Earth's tilt. Right now, our planet's axis remains relatively steady, giving us predictable seasons. Without the moon's stabilizing effect, Earth's tilt could begin to wobble over time. This instability could lead to extreme climate shifts, with regions experiencing dramatic changes in temperature, unpredictable seasons, and long-term environmental chaos. As the moon moved closer, its gravitational pull would grow stronger, intensifying tidal forces even more. Imagine towering ocean bulges moving across the planet, triggering massive storms, coastal destruction, and even increased volcanic and seismic activity. The stress on Earth's crust from these gravitational forces could awaken fault lines, leading to more frequent and powerful earthquakes. The night sky itself would transform into something both beautiful and terrifying. The moon would appear larger and brighter with each passing day, dominating the heavens like a growing celestial giant. What once felt distant and peaceful would now feel uncomfortably close, a constant reminder of the approaching danger. Life on Earth would also feel the psychological and biological effects. Many animals rely on lunar cycles for navigation, reproduction, and migration. Sea turtles, nocturnal predators, coral spawning events, and even certain insects are synchronized with the moon's phases. Without its orbit and predictable cycle, these natural rhythms would collapse, disrupting food chains and ecosystems worldwide. Human life would not escape the impact either. Coastal cities would face repeated flooding threats, forcing mass evacuations and economic disruption. Fishing industries, shipping routes, and global trade systems connected to ocean behavior would struggle to adapt. Governments and scientists would be racing against time, trying to predict the moon's path and prepare for the worst. As the distance between Earth and the moon shrank further, the gravitational interaction would reach catastrophic levels. Tidal forces could become strong enough to reshape coastlines permanently. Entire regions might be submerged, while others could experience violent weather patterns fueled by shifting ocean dynamics. Eventually, the moon would cross a critical boundary known as the Roche limit. At this point, Earth's gravity would become strong enough to begin tearing the moon apart. Instead of a single solid body, the moon would start breaking into massive fragments, forming a ring of debris around Earth, something similar to the rings of Saturn, but made from the remains of our closest cosmic companion. While this ring might look breathtaking from the surface, the danger would be far from over. Over time, pieces of lunar debris would spiral down through Earth's atmosphere. Some fragments would burn up like shooting stars, but larger chunks could strike the surface, causing regional destruction and impact events that would further destabilize life on the planet. The environmental consequences of repeated impacts and atmospheric dust could darken the skies, lowering global temperatures and disrupting agriculture. Crops could fail, food supplies could shrink, and societies would face a new era of survival challenges. What began as a silent change in the sky, yet beyond the destruction, this scenario reveals something powerful. The moon is not just a distant rock. It is a guardian of Earth's stability, a regulator of our oceans, a protector of our climate, and a silent partner in the story of life. Its steady orbit has helped create the conditions that allowed civilization to grow and thrive. So the next time you see the moon rising calmly above the horizon, remember that its quiet presence is holding more balance than we often realize. In the vast and unpredictable universe, the simple fact that the moon continues its gentle orbit around Earth is not just beautiful, it is essential for the survival and stability of our world. But the deeper consequences of losing the moon's stable orbit would unfold slowly over decades and centuries, reshaping the long-term future of Earth. One of the moon's most important hidden roles is slowing down our planet's rotation. Through tidal friction, the moon gradually lengthens Earth's day. Without this interaction, Earth's rotation would begin to behave differently over time, potentially speeding up slightly or becoming less stable, altering the natural rhythm that life has adapted to for billions of years. The disappearance of the moon's steady gravitational partnership would also affect Earth's internal energy balance. Tidal forces do more than move oceans, they subtly flex the planet's crust and mantle. Without this gentle but constant motion, geological activity patterns could shift. Some regions might experience reduced tectonic activity, while others could build up stress over long periods, leading to sudden and more destructive seismic releases. The night itself would change in a way humanity has never experienced. Moonlight has illuminated Earth's darkness since the earliest days of life. Without its predictable cycle, nights would become far darker and more uniform, changing the behavior of countless species. Predators that rely on moonlit hunting, prey that move under lunar shadows, and plants that respond to lunar brightness would all be forced into new survival patterns. Human culture would also feel a profound emotional and psychological loss. The moon is deeply woven into our calendars, traditions, poetry, religions, and sense of time. Festivals, agricultural cycles, and even ancient navigation systems depend on its phases. A motionless or disappearing moon would not only be a scientific crisis, it would feel like the loss of a timeless companion that has guided human imagination for thousands of years. If the moon ultimately broke apart into a ring system, Earth's skies would become permanently transformed. Instead of phases, a glowing band of debris would stretch across the heavens, visible both day and night. While visually stunning, this ring could reflect additional sunlight back toward Earth, slightly altering global temperatures and weather patterns in ways scientists would struggle to predict. The long-term danger of orbital debris would remain a constant threat to modern civilization. Satellites, space stations, and future space missions would face a hazardous environment filled with unpredictable fragments. Global communication systems, weather monitoring, navigation networks, and space exploration efforts could be severely limited, pushing humanity into a more Earth-bound future at the very moment we are reaching outward into space. In the end, this dramatic scenario reveals a powerful truth about our place in the universe. Earth's stability is not guaranteed by our planet alone, it depends on a delicate cosmic partnership. The moon's steady orbit protects our climate, stabilizes our axis, regulates our oceans, and quietly supports the conditions that make life possible. Its presence reminds us that even the smallest changes